Hello. If you're watching this, I'm currently seeing my father in California, and with that being the case, this is going to be one of a few videos I was prioritizing aim for that, with me currently on a plane heading to SFO, and where I will be with a visiting Ben for the next 10 days, so with that in mind, might be 10 videos or there might be a little bit less. So here's a vlog in Pokemon Ultimate Journeys episode 96, which is entitled Lighting the Way Home, and its focus on Sophocles. He's a character from Alola, being set in the Moss Deep Space Center, is setting in Hoenn, and focus on Ampharos, a character from a monster from Johto. Further disproves the accusations a lot of people have with this anime of having Kanto favoritism, so let's begin. So, this episode has Ashengo helping Sophocles with the Talonflame 2 re-entry project, which is an experimental satellite, and the space station is overseen by a man named Ellery, kind of like my cousin, and I still think on the whole this episode is a nice remix of like the Johto storyline with Jasmine and her Ampharos with the Olivine Lighthouse, and even right down to the last one, that problem with the machine causing confusion and delay, and also how a crisis of confidence overcome since Ampharos technically belongs to Sophocles' cousin Molayne, and also helping its light burning brighter, especially when Grookey ends up going missing for briefly, and the console ends up being repaired. But now the labs must work together since at least 3 other ones involved with this in order to course correct after a meteor disrupts the Talonflame to its flight pattern. And in all fairness, it's actually a really nice sequence with an assist from Sophocles' Togedemaru, Ash's Pikachu, and Go's Raichu. With the powers combined, the mission is a success, and the satellite managed to make its way back to Moss Deep without incident. And while this may not be my favorite episode of Ultimate Journeys, I definitely is another one I enjoy talking about, and my current plan is to at least start Volume 2 before I have my molars out, and I'm more on that in a few moments. So, while this episode may not be my favorite Ultimate Journeys, I definitely enjoyed seeing Sophocles again, and also nice ladies in the Moss Deep Space Center. That's also going to be the case for the next vlog I have. In fact, to my understanding, this is actually going to be not going to be going back to Vermilion until the one after that, and then it'll be back to Galar. So that's definitely another strike against that one. And once the bulk of the To Be a Master epilogue miniseries might take place in Kanto, but that certainly is not going to be the case for Journey as a whole, despite what's been my claim. And with that in mind, should see a few more of these while I'm gone. As for exactly how many, it'll depend on how many I'm able to get complete before, or I officially leaves recording this before I take off, but not posting until afterwards. And so I'm kind of on something like a mini hiatus doing this, and will likely be on another once I have my oral surgery done. And so I don't expect it'll be up to full strength you need to get into at least 3 days at minimum. So, thankfully, is that. Anyway, that'll be all for now. I'll see you again soon. Take care and seek out all Pokemon.